Greetings, gentlemen and ladies, I am the old school game snob, and in today's video we are taking a look at the best places to find skiller charms. Now, if you're new to Diablo, at first glance some of these may not appear that impressive. I remember back when I first saw a skiller charm, I was not impressed. But as you level up, as you get to stack more and more skills later on in higher levels, getting that +1 times 10 available slots in your inventory can exponentially multiply your damage output if you are stacking for some sort of damage skill. So skiller charms can be incredibly powerful when you collect a whole bunch of them, or even one. I mean, look at the damage jump, right? 3470 to 36 blizzard, +1 skiller charm, and we jump up to 37 to 39, and now we're going to multiply that 10 more times. Oh, it gets up there. It gets up there a lot. So in this video, I'm going to take you through some of the best farming spots. Is any one of these dramatically better than the others? It kind of depends on what character you're playing. We'll talk about that in just a minute. Let's start things off with the Arcane Sanctuary. Consulting our handy-dandy conveyor of how little chance in hell you have of finding anything you want in Diablo, we actually look and we actually have a reasonable chance of finding just the base item of Grand Charm. That doesn't mean skiller charm, that means the base item of Grand Charm. It will roll what it will roll, and one of those rolls may be a skill and some other things, another supplementary suffix. Anyway, scrolling right down from our best probability, and by the way, Magic Find plays no bearing in your percent chance of attaining a magical a Grand Charm or whatever the case may be. As you can see, there is no change in drop chance, regardless of your Magic Find, so that doesn't really matter. Scrolling right down, we're going to find the Arcane Sanctuary at 1 in 546. Also up on the top of the list, you saw the Ghosts, the Wraiths. We're going to talk about those in just a minute, but first let's look at the Arcane Sanctuary. So in the Arcane Sanctuary, it is the Wraiths that we're looking for, that have the 1 in 500 and some odd chance of dropping a Grand Charm. The other thing that is kind of interesting about the Arcane Sanctuary is that at the end of each of the Arcane Sanctuary wrong ways, basically the ways that don't take you to the summoner, you have the collection of chests here. One of these is a super chest. I don't know if there's more than one super chest, but I know there's a total of at least 3 super chests in the Arcane Sanctuary. And so this is a great run for Sorceress. Sorceress because she can just teleport around super duper fast, and once you get familiar with the layout of the Arcane Sanctuary, and I'll talk about that in just a second, you can breeze through the way and find the chests, and oftentimes right sitting on top of the chests are a bunch of ghosts like you saw right there. You can pop open the chests, and these chests, in addition to having a chance to drop charms, also have a relatively excellent chance of dropping high runes as well. That is if you're farming in Hell difficulty. And speaking of Hell difficulty, that brings me to another point. When searching for a skill or charm, you need to be farming in an area that has at least a monster level of 50. As you can see here from this chart, it requires a monster level of 50 in order to drop the item level 50. It says large charm here, but it actually means grand charm, so that's where you find all of the skiller charms. So if we take a look at D2 cheat sheet here at d2cheatsheet.com, the Flayer Jungle, the Spider Cavern, the Arachnid Lair, the Great Marsh in Nightmare difficulty are monster level area level 50s, which means that these areas and further on in the game are capable of dropping skiller charms. So a couple of these areas that we'll look at you can farm in Nightmare difficulty, and some of the other areas you can only farm in Hell difficulty. So just keep that in mind. If you are looking in Nightmare, you need to be at least Act 3 Great Marsh type area or further on. But let's take a quick look at the Arcane Sanctuary, and I can show you quickly how these runs work, because if you want to just go straight for the chests at the end, basically what you want is a nice faster cast rate. Sorceress 105% is great. If you can get right up to that, that's your breakpoint. Beyond that, it's 200%, which is pretty hard to achieve. But using a nice fast cast rate Sorceress, you can basically just teleport like this. All of the Arcane Sanctuaries are laid out basically the same, right? So you've got 4 ways you can go. One way leads you to the Summoner. The Summoner actually has a good chance of dropping a Grand Charm, about 1 in 87, I believe. And the chests, of course, have a chance of dropping a Grand Charm, so you can basically just go straight. There's always a right turn or a left turn if you're going on the other side, and then straight, all the way down to the end. And then from the end, you're going to look for the middle, and the middle is going to take you to the chests, which I've already looted in this case. And you basically just repeat that pattern for all 4 directions, stopping to kill any ghosts along the way that you encounter if you feel so inclined, or you can just blaze on through and loot the chests and hope to get skiller charms out of those. I actually just found that traps skiller charm from one of the chests that I showed you at the beginning of this video. So that's one way to go, you know. And like I say, the Arcane Sanctuary is only farmable for skiller charms in Hell difficulty. It's too low level in Nightmare difficulty. So back to the ghosts in the tower cellar. They are there, yep, but in my experience, they are not nearly as dense as they are in the Arcane Sanctuary, not nearly as easy to find. So this is probably not as good, not nearly as good if you just want to farm ghost specters, anything of that variety. Like you can see here, the ghost type variety of things, apparitions, specter, gloams, and all of that share a comparable drop chance. But it's just a matter of density and where you can find them easily and where you can find them in large numbers. And I think Arcane Sanctuary is kind of your best bet there. That being said, the Stormcasters in Chaos Sanctuary are also easy to find, and there are quite a few of them in there. I still think the ghosts have more density than the Stormcasters. I think the Arcane Sanctuary is probably the most dense, most easy to access, quickest run. So that's why I'm going to recommend that for ghosts. But let's move on, because there's some other areas to farm too besides just the ghosts. So probably your best farming area is actually going to be Travankel, and you guessed it, the Council, either in Nightmare difficulty or in Hell difficulty, depending on what your character is able to handle. This is a great spot for like a nice Frenzy Barbarian to do some farming. Other characters, like my little Blizzard Sorcerers here, have a slightly harder time in dealing with the council members, so it wouldn't really be too viable for me to do quickly and efficiently with this character. But depending, like I say, on what character you have, the Hell Council would probably be straight up your best bet overall. That also being said, you could go down to the bottom of the Durance of Hate, take down Mephisto, and also take down some of the other council members down at the bottom of the Durance of Hate. So you've got 3 above, and you got 3 below. Here we go. Found the Durance level 3. So you take out those 3 and that 3, and you got these 6 guys here, and they all have like a 1 in 80% chance of dropping a Grand Charm, and Mephisto himself also has like a 1 in 80 chance of dropping a Grand Charm. So you can farm him. You can just do that whole farming run. The Council, Mephisto, the Council at the top, the Council at the bottom, and Mephisto. And that's probably your most efficient. And like I was saying before, you can farm Skiller Charms in Nightmare difficulty as long as the area level is high enough. And this area level is high enough to farm those Skiller Charms. They won't roll with as much potential maximum health on them, but they will still be Skiller Charms. And so, hey, there you go. It's easier perhaps than farming Nightmare difficulty. Like I say, very much depending on your character. Okay, next up I'm going to switch over to my Lightning Fury Javazon here, because this one really is all about the clear speed. The Hell Bovine is a monster which has a 1 in 1,000 chance. Is it 1 in 1,000? I better check that. Hang on a sec. Yes, it is 1 in 1,000, give or take. Now this is farmable in either Nightmare or Hell difficulty for your Skiller Charm. And even though the drop chance is not as good as the Ghosts and Specters and other such things, the sheer quantity of cows available in the Moo Farm, well, they either make up for it or they at least probably equal it, right? It's going to be pretty close and comparable. The Lightning Fury Javazon, actually an absolutely fantastic character for clearing out this area. There's a few other great characters as well. The Blizzard Sorceress does really well. And, well, there's a lot of viable builds. Well, I won't get into that specifically right now. Anyway, that has been this video. I invite you to sit back, relax, and enjoy a little bit of Moo farming. And that's how we're going to close out this video at the Moo Farm. See if we can find any Skiller Charms for this video. There's a large charm. That's not quite right, but hey, we're going to check out, see what that is anyway. Alright, let's try to herd up some of these cows, because the best way to take down creatures with the Fury Javazon is to have a whole bunch of them around. Oh yeah, that looks pretty good. Let's start. Oh, I love Lightning Fury. It is such a fun skill. Ornate Plate. Which one was that again? I always forget. I know I've got that one enough times that I don't even want to pick it up, so I'm not gonna. Alright, let's see. Gonna do a little bit of roundup here, a little bit of roundup time. Amazon Cowboy style. as it were. Thunk thunk. That's okay. Good damage reduction. Good block. Come on, guys. All together now. Alright. Good enough. Good enough. Got a ring. And that's it. Alright. Let's look for another big old group of cows. Hopefully not running into the occasional lightning immune cow. The Cow King being one of those in here. Whoa. Watch out. Oh, shoot. Definitely recommend some good movement speed if you're gonna run around and herd up cows. Definitely helps a lot. Alright, let's see. Whoa, that lagged up my FPS for a second there. At the Moo Farm. At the Moo Farm. Oh, there's the Cow King. Oh, the one guy. The one guy. Oh, there's a Grand Charm. Alright, that's good. Can't carry. Well, we're going to see what that is in just a second here. As soon as we take down that Cow King, he's a bit of a problem. Not too much of a problem, but a little bit of a problem. I wish my mercenary was here. I should probably just go get him. He'll make the Cow King experience a lot less tedious. All right, Emilio, you're on the case, buddy. Get him. All right. In the meantime, I'm gonna check out my Shaco. Not that Shaco. Not that one. Oh, we got some more boots, and what is that ornate plate again? I always forget. Ah, right, Griswolds. That's right. Flawless Topaz, there it is. Here's the Grand Charm, and I'm going to check out that Coronet as well, just because. 22 to life, not what we're looking for. A little Coronet, what's that got? Paladin skill levels, nah. Not what we're looking for. Alright, let's keep going, kill some more cows. I mean, farm some more cows. You know, it's less aggressive. Oh, I do love the Lightning Fury Javazon in the cow level. She's so fun. I like to stack up some movement speed charms specifically for this area just because, well, it's really, really helpful in just herding, basically. Herding the cows. Alright, let's see here. Grab a few more. Oh, Emilio's down again. Where'd you go, buddy? I don't know. Emilio doesn't have as much fun in here as I do. That's alright. Alright, let's see. What else we got? A few cows down there. Not too many, though. Oh well, we'll take them. We'll take them anyway. A little bit mana thirsty without the help of Emilio's Insight Aura. Actually, do I have Insight Aura? I can't remember if I have Insight Aura. I keep switching things around between characters so much. I can't remember who has what anymore. Alright, there should be at least one more good little batch of cows here. That's 3, 4. Just one more good big batch would be all sorts of Lightning Fury fun. Where are they? Maybe we got them all. I don't know. It's kind of looking like maybe we got them all. Maybe. Didn't seem like that many. I don't know. Maybe they just went down so fast to all this Lightning Fury power. Okay, well, hey, that's it. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Catch you later.